Wait, what? Reconnect. Hold on. I gotta reconnect Twitch. Oh, author has.
Oh,
No.
What happened? What happened?
I clicked the wrong thing. Reconnect destination. No.
I just logged out of Twitch. If that'll help.
No, I don't think that'll help. I was just logged in as me.
No, Scott, you only made it worse.
Hey, Scott, I must say
I
you're
just have to
starting to
log
look more and more like a wizard each time I see you.
For real.
I said his hair looks very Chicano today.
Chicano warrior, fool. No locked doors. No locked doors.
No locked doors. Oh,
hold on, I
shit.
gotta get the
I'm an Aztec warrior. I'm an Aztec warrior.
Oh, you're a fool.
That's fucking funny.
I feel like my shit's looking extra Spanish. It's not even looking like.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
looking
yeah.
like, you're looking hella conquistador today.
Conquistador.
It's true.
Hell,
I like
dude.
it. Yeah, I agree. But
I
Hella,
don't like it. That's
Hella,
kind of
dude.
fucked up.
Damn. All right.
Scott looks like he's ready to run out. And are we live yet?
I mean,
okay,
we're
start-
alive, but I
We
didn't
kind of
start-
are, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to get the token back up.
Never mind.
That
I'll
are
save-
more emo.
I'll save it for the private chat.
Adam, please.
No locked doors. No locked doors.
Why is it not giving me a token? Oh, remember.
A token.
Token. Where's my fucking token?
Check the private chat.
Oh no.
Scott,
Good
did you enable two-factor
Lord.
I
authentication?
don't approve. What happened?
Did you enable two-factor authentication?
I did. Did it? It didn't send me a thing.
Enable to the. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not changing the password because I know.
Hey, Zach, can
you
you help me find something later? Because I can't find it anywhere.
What?
the
So I
beginning
guess-
of the show is brought to you by Twitch
Hey-
tokens.
HP and Cooler Master, I guess, have a collab where they have a liquid cooler built specifically for the Omen that doesn't require like a ton of modification to install. But I can't find the thing anywhere.
Scott, it said that it sent you a token.
Oh yeah, here I put it in the private chat.
Because I guess
Oh,
you can
thank you.
you can use like a like a Corsair, but I guess it's like a nightmare to install anything that's not like developed for this rig.
You gotta hurry with that because it's running out of time.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Paste.
it just ran out.
Oh, what?
Here,
Nope,
I
it
got
worked.
you.
It worked.
Oh
it worked,
hell
it worked.
yeah, perfect.
I was just re-enabling.
There you go, my
Okay,
dude.
cool. Our Twitch is good now. All right.
Found it already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that, but it doesn't have like a place to buy it.
Hell yeah, Cooler Master, best cooling ever.
Well,
No.
Cooler
right, guys.
Master has a liquid
gonna-
cooler specifically for my rig, and I want it, but I can't
Alex
find
is
it to
like-
sell
Alex is like a walking billboard for Omen, dude.
it. Yeah, bro, my
Omen.
Omen
Omen.
monitor, my Omen monitor is dope. I can't say anything. It looks phenomenal.
Omen.
All right, I'm gonna slam the intro right now.
I'm a fan of uniformity.
Omen.
Odd man rush Jets. It is Ehlers carrying it in. Ehlers fire scores! Nikolai Ehlers after a big save by Connor Hellebuck of Petrie. And the Winnipeg Jets will win it 4-3 in overtime.
Welcome back, Plugs and Thugs, episode 91.
What up?
What's up,
The year I
guys?
was born.
I'm out here casting spells.
Out here,
It's
just
not
doing
Sunday.
spells.
That's true.
What?
It's not Sunday.
It's not, but it is a sponsored affiliate of In the Neutral Zone.
Yes, we are.
But welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. People will filter in, we know that. But give us all the follows, all the social medias: YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter.
Oh, they're right underneath me. Hey!
Hey!
Zach's the pointer today. Let's go.
All right.
You can follow us on
Over there.
Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, YouTube.
And the
It's like
Twitch is
Dora
under
the
Scott.
Explorer. Yeah.
We know how to point today, guys. We figured it out.
Mhm.
It's just backwards, bro. It's crazy. I hate
Yeah, it throws me off every week on Dungeons and Dummies.
But yeah, as always, you got Daniel.
I'm Alex. Oh, hi.
Yeah, Alex is next, you asshole. Let's go.
Well, I'm
Alex.
always next one. Okay. Oh yeah, clockwise. All right.
I'm Scott.
I'm Alex,
My name is Dave.
and that
My name is Jeff.
Zach is not here.
we used to have names.
Dave's not
I'm the
here,
figure.
man. Dave's
He's
not
not.
here. Who can name that reference?
I cannot.
You
I'm
know,
a
come on, Phil. Come on, Scott. You should know this.
I actually don't know.
Oh, what? I'll give you a hint.
Chong.
Come on, thank you, dude. How could you not know that, Scott? I was born in the East LA.
Oh, fuck, that's right. Now I actually do. Okay.
Dave's
Yeah.
not here, man.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense now. When they're thrown out of the air, sometimes I just don't catch it.
Oh,
It
dude.
doesn't work.
You need to be on your tippy toes with me.
I know. I'm pretty bad at that. But we're back here. Alex, welcome back. I know you missed a week. That's all.
Yes.
Scott, welcome back.
Scott, welcome back.
Hi, I'm
Missed
back.
multiple
I'm
weeks.
gonna give I'm gonna give you a smooch to welcome you back.
You guys. You guys want to know something funny? We're not on Twitch right now. We're not live on Twitch.
Why? Because it says it's connected.
Oh, now we are.
You are
I just
live.
put us live on Twitch now.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, welcome in everybody from Twitch.
My name
Tokens
is
were
Scott.
broken.
What?
Alex.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Zach.
My
Daniel's
name
not
is
here
Jeff.
today.
My name is Jeff.
Yeah, the token registered and it went away, but I didn't realize the check mark wasn't on. I don't know.
It works now.
Oh well.
Hey, we're actually live.
Yeah, we'll get more people now because the Twitch is what's on. I think on the league.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! But
So as always, you can follow us on our other side projects and stuff.
yes,
Oh,
You
yeah.
can find me and Daniel on the Neutral Zone Hockey League Media Show. You can find me and Alex on the Dungeons and Dummies podcast show. Going into episode 4 next week. It's a great time. It's a lot of fun.
yes, it is.
A lot of stupidity. You can find Scott being Scott,
I'm
right
here.
here,
growing his hair out.
right
Way
here.
too much. Way too much.
And then you can find me and Dave on the Zach and Dave Make a Podcast show.
Podcast show. But now that we got that out of the way, we
Yeah.
got hockey to talk about, guys.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yes.
Um,
I'm rock hard.
we're gonna start with Alex's favorite player, or one of them.
Jack
Alex,
Eichel?
no,
Eichel?
no,
Chicago.
No
Chicago.
We'll get to Chicago and his team soon.
It's a jackal. It's a jackal.
No, Ovi.
That's a Family Guy reference.
Yeah, I know that one. Ovechkin. He passed Esposito this past week, and also is on a 6-game goal streak, I believe.
The guy's a monster.
6-game goal streak, 10 goals in his last 13 or 12 games.
A Russian
Yeah.
of some sort.
No, it was. I mean, it's not really a surprise. We talked about him. Alex basically gave the breakdown of what he needs to do over the next couple of years to break the record for goals. And I don't think he's shying away from it. Yeah, we're going to have a abbreviated season this year. But I think he's gonna keep pace. I think even though there were, I wouldn't say rumors, there was some chatter that if he was going to try and do an extension or not. But we all agree. I think he wants to stick around for the long haul and try to go for that record. And the last week, I think Washington and Ovi were actually already talking about trying to find that perfect number to keep him around. They're not in any contract dispute. It's more of what's right for him,
Right,
length
exactly.
of contract, what is the dollar amount. They don't want to overpay for him, and I don't think he wants to give too much of a discount, but he'll stick around and try to just put goals in the back of the net. And
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about him is he's not slowing down at
No.
all, dude.
No.
And knock on wood, he hasn't had injury problems, dude. The injury bug
Oh,
has
he's-
never
And
been.
not really.
He's
but
built
yeah.
like a fucking truck.
He is. This is true. He is built
Yes.
like a dump truck, dude.
dump
Dude,
truck.
when
Yep.
he was 33, he was
Truck,
still
yeah, brother.
averaging 65 to 85 hits per season.
Oh,
Dude's
I
got-
know.
Dude's got dumps like a truck.
Dude's got dumps like a truck.
He's built different, bro. But
He
either
is.
way, though, I mean, like, never got bit by the injury bug.
Mhm.
Hasn't slowed down once at all. Wait, did I say that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably not, but it sounded good to me.
Whatsoever. Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. Whatsoever. He hasn't slowed down whatsoever. The guy's just a monster, bro. I mean, I think he's going to be able to play into his 40s. I mean, the league is reaching a point right now where there's not too many Ryan Reeves, Curtis McDermotts, and to a lesser extent, Curtis Gabriel, who got his shit pushed in by Curtis McDermott in a fight just a little bit ago. There's not too many of those guys around, man. You're not seeing as many hits as you used to, like,
Yep.
early 2000s, late 90s, late
Yeah.
80s. Like, you're not seeing as many hits. So, I mean,
that game is dead.
yeah,
Well,
you're gonna see guys playing into like their mid 40s and shit, dude.
Well, we've
then-
talked about it before. Conditioning also plays a huge role in that, right? So
Ooh, yeah,
the way the players are being developed now is just so much different. It used to be back in the 80s and 90s, like guys wanted to go out for a chili dog, bro. Go out for a chili dog. Now these guys are limited to like 1 or 2 chili dogs a year, unless you're Phil Kessel. But then look where his goal production's at.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or you could be
no,
like Ray Ferraro and have a chicken parm before every game. You know what I mean? Like, they're not doing that no more.
It's true, and then even the fact is, like, the detriment of Ovi early on, it's really coming back to pay dividends for him since he picked up his 200-foot game. Early on, he wasn't that player. He didn't play a 200-foot game. He literally just went up, and just tried to score. That's it. So you take those years off of his, getting his body beat up, playing a 200-foot game. You have some additional conditioning there added to just where we're at now today in nutrition and everything else.
You suck, and nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, Chubb.
None of us do.
It is.
Oh,
I know
it's
who that
Chubb?
is.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
Chubb.
As a fellow Fires fan, I'm just hurt.
Mute,
really hurt.
mute this man until he
I'm just
starts
really hurt.
accepting responsibility for being an adult.
Thought we weren't giving out stupid mutes, dude.
Yeah, we are. Since when?
I'm giving out a stupid mute right now.
I muted Pizzle earlier just because he was being an idiot.
Let's do this.
But yeah, I mean, Ovi, it's just incredible to see. I'm glad he's up to 6th place on the all-time list.
Who just
Yeah.
hurt?
Climbing it.
That was
the
a
dog. I think that was the dog.
Oh.
That was the dog. Yeah, I mean, he's going to keep going, and I hope he sticks around for the long haul. And he's just incredible to watch, to be honest with you. To Jakeikel and his team, they officially fired Ralph Kruger.
Ralph Kuga. He's a
Ralph
cool guy.
He's a cool guy. Ralph Kruger, no longer the coach there.
Good for them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're still
they're working
terrible,
out.
but good for them.
Yeah, they lost their 14th in a row tonight.
They just lost their goalie too for who knows how long. So
Which one? Haven't they lost like 4?
they lost Hutton. Hutton's out, or
Yeah,
he
today,
left
right?
The game. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
he
left the
got,
game.
he got injured on a play. It didn't look very good too. Like he couldn't put any weight on that left leg of his.
Yeah, it did not look good. And the team just doesn't. They just don't look good at all. I mean, I know there's been small rumors, and we've talked about Jakeikel and everything like that, but
You're welcome.
Officially?
You're fucking welcome.
officially, the Sabres are said to have put basically everybody onto the block. They'll listen to offers on Eichel. They'll listen to offers on Hall. It's not a good time for Buffalo right now. It's
They just need to go the New York Rangers route, bro. Send out the letter to their fans, like, hey, we're gonna blow this shit up. We know, shit's not looking very good, whatever, yada yada yada, and just fucking blow it up, man. Like I don't know what the fuck they're holding on to. They
I
haven't
don't
been
either.
good in fucking years.
Yeah,
I
man.
saw another thing that
Your
they
your
basically-
first mistake was trying to decide to go on a cup run this season and then signing Taylor Hall. That was mistake number one.
Everybody knows what his role is.
He
Wow.
gets you the number one pick.
Yeah,
Yep. All right, I feel
one-
left out without a beer. I'll be right back.
80% of the time, every time.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, too, is it's like you look at it. I saw another article that basically was saying Ralph Kruger should be one of the very first moves they do in a rebuild because they need to blow up the culture like we talked about with Nashville and some other teams before last season. It's just one of those. Sometimes it's one of those things like, yeah, you could change the coach all you want, but if you have the same GM doing the same shit, you've got the same, the upper echelon running the team doing the same shit over and over. At some point, you either got to get rid of the players, which may be a part of what needs to happen. But I really think that GMs and whoever's owning and making the moves has got to be more responsible than the coach at some point, especially when it's years and years of mediocrity. It's not a coach. They went through a carousel of coaches over the last couple of years.
It's pretty much just everyone. It's just that franchise in general needs to just be wiped clean, and then from that clean slate, you actually build a team again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sometimes you just have to accept it. It's not always the best thing, but at least like Alex said with the Rangers route, sometimes it's not the most appealing thing to do, but sometimes you got to say, look, we got to reset here or else we're not going to get good anytime soon. It ain't worked for the last several years, so let's do it now while we still have a mediocre team. We don't have an established coach. We've got an unhappy superstar. We've got guys on that are going to become free agents this year. Blow it up now.
Darlene to LA confirmed.
You heard it here. You heard it here first. And Chubb says Eichel to Philly.
That's
Love
fine.
it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's
I'll
give
take
them.
it.
Let's give them a fifth center.
Yeah, there you go. Just what they need.
Yep.
That's their problem. But yeah, I mean, Buffalo's got, is in a world of hurt, and it really, I don't want to say it's surprising, but it's kind of disappointing, even not as a Buffalo Sabres fan, because I mean, this is 2 years in a row that us three have sat here and said they're improving. They look like a team that's going in the right direction, and it just doesn't work. It's not working.
No.
I
No.
don't agree. Yeah,
Anaheim has talent coming up.
Yeah. No. Who I assume is Tanner. No.
Yeah, it's his tanksters
Yeah.
and his picture.
Hold pat, dude. You guys are in the same boat as LA. You're coming up strong. You
They
don't
just
need to
didn't do
make
it
any
soon
moves.
enough.
Yeah.
Some people can even make the argument that like Anaheim has more talent up and coming than LA does.
I would disagree with that highly.
Whoa.
I disagree, but there's a lot of people that make that case.
Before,
He didn't say he agrees with that.
Hold
He
on.
just
Yeah,
saying
I want to know who said this.
before Zach bare mitts through his webcam and ripped Scott's face off on the other side. Zach,
Uh-huh.
I wanna show you the new D&D merch that just came in the mail, like literally right now while you were getting beer.
Oh, that's sick.
That's
Who's
the new
that for?
Sunday night. That's for me.
nice.
It's the new Sunday night sweater.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
All right, back to it.
It just came in the mail right now.
Like literally right now. That's why my
Yeah,
dog
he
is
literally walked back there, picked up. I saw him open the package, put it on the sweater.
Look at that bad boy, dude.
Ooh, what you got? What's that?
I think it's Hawaii Ghana smoothie style sour ale with pineapple, orange, guava, and milk sugar.
Nice. Yeah, but Tanner, no, I disagree with
sugar.
that. I mean, we could probably get into that a little bit more, but no, I think you guys are in a much different position. You guys are more on the LA side where you have the young talent coming through. You guys should have clenched onto that a little bit earlier like LA did, but I don't think you're in a bad position.
I don't
Agree
think they have
100%.
enough young talent yet, dude. To be quite honest.
I
But
disagree
they're-
with that too, though. I just feel that their talent isn't as. I would say the guys that are developed are more developed in terms of their starting caliber than LA's players are. But I think LA has more prospects closer to that cusp than Anaheim does.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're talking about like Troy Terry and fucking Sam Steele, and I don't think that they're going to develop into anything crazy. While
either.
the,
But
that's
the-
what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like they have a bunch of high end,
But
top tier talent.
But I think that Sam Steele was already a bona fide NHL player, is what I'm saying. We
Yeah,
have
maybe like a
guys,
third or fourth liner.
right, but we have guys that are still growing into those roles, and we don't even know how they're going to turn out. But the
I
only
mean, Zegras is going to be good as far as
Zegras-
from what we could
Ze-
see.
We'll see. I
Yeah, but
think,
the Kings have like 3 or 4 Zegrases, though. You know what I mean?
yeah. The other
Yeah,
problem with
that's
Trevor
fair.
Zegras is Trevor Zegras plays a very Eastern Conference game. And
He does.
even though he's a bigger body, he doesn't use his weight very much.
Well, the thing is I agree with that 100%. But hopefully, playing in the Pacific Division, and maybe there'll be some coaching that grabs him by the ear and says, "Use that body."
Yeah.
If he can develop there, if they can force him to do that, he's going to be a much better player in
I
this
think-
division. I think talent-wise, Zegras is what people think he's going to be. It's
I
how
agree.
he develops in the Pacific Division.
Yeah,
not just the
Dude
Western
needs to
Division.
put on like 15 to 20 pounds, though, dude.
I will say this, and Zach will disagree with me. I think just potential wise, Zegras has a higher ceiling at being an elite franchise playmaker in the NHL, like pure playmaker, than anyone on the Kings prospect pool.
I
Pure
disagree.
playmaker. I know you would.
I disagree.
I think maybe Turcotte has that potential, but I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
Quentin
his best
Byfield
friend.
is going to far
His best
surpass.
friend, right?
But I think
Trevor's
Quentin-
his best friend,
true.
right? Yeah,
But I don't
Turcotte
think
and
Quentin
Zegras.
Byfield's going to be a pure playmaker. I think he's going to be a 200-foot player.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
he could be a
that's
pure
fair.
playmaker and be a 200-foot
Yeah,
player.
but if that's going to be Zegras' specialty, he's still going to excel at that more than Byfield is, because that's going to be his wheelhouse.
I don't
Byfield's
know.
going to be
Yeah.
an amazing
I know what
all-around
you're trying.
player.
I know exactly what Alex is trying to say, because Zegras is not going to focus on a 200-foot game. Byfield is going to get bred by Andrei Kopitar, who's going to say, "You're playing a 200-foot game," and his playmaking ability is going to be great. It's going to
Yeah.
be great, but he's also going to be playing the 200-foot game.
It's
Zegras is
gonna
just going to
be
a playmaker.
it's
He's
gonna
not
be
a
like
200-foot guy.
comparing on in 5 years. It'll be us comparing Anze Kopitar to Nicholas Backstrom.
Yeah, Backstrom is known
Okay.
for just his playmaking, not his 200-foot game. Kopitar is. Yes, that's
Fair.
a very, 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 very fair statement. I agree with that.
Okay.
100%. I
I
like
still
it.
think Byfield's going to be the better player, but
But that's
I
not
don't,
what he's
I don't
saying. It
disagree with
depends on.
that. but
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna
don't
be
disagree
very
with that
different
either.
players.
They're different players, exactly.
no. But I mean, like, what if Byfield is putting up the same amount of like points and assists as Trevor Zegras, but still has a better 200-foot game? Who's the better player?
Byfield.
Byfield for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
But also, but also that conversation is going to come down to who their line mates are as well,
Correct.
which we were not going to know for a long time.
A couple of years. Yeah.
But if you look at situations, for example, like look at Anze Kopitar, right? Why do people feel that Anze Kopitar? Well, we know people who feel Anze Kopitar is better than Patrice Bergeron. Patrice Bergeron has been surrounded by franchise and star talent on his wings his entire career.
yeah.
It's true.
Kopi has had nobody.
Whoa, that was sour.
Kopi's had nobody, right? So,
Nobody.
and I'm not saying that this is the case for LA or Anaheim because they both have very deep forward prospect pools. But say that Quentin Byfield has the same production as Trevor Zegras, but Quentin Byfield has no wingers. Yeah, Quentin Byfield's the better player, but you can make the same argument the other way if Trevor Zegras has no line mates and he's producing the same as Byfield.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, when you actually dive into it like we do, you have to look at things like that. So I agree. I'm 100% on board with what you're saying.
It'll all be speculation for about another 5 years or so.
Oh,
I think.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
What topic were we on? Were we talking about Drysdale?
We were actually talking about
Buffalo
Eichel
still?
and Buffalo, and it moved into because Tanner asked if the Ducks were in the same situation as Buffalo, and we wholeheartedly disagree.
The Ducks need to start fucking selling some of those. Well, Getzlaf is done at the end of this year. So I mean, I would try and move him for at least a pick, just because you can. You guys aren't making the fucking
Yeah,
playoffs,
true.
so why not
They're-
send him somewhere where you can
But
actually?
their decor is still relatively young to where you don't need to blow it up yet, right? So they've got Winholm.
Cam
who's
Fowler's
what-
in his early 30s. Josh Manson is what, like
26, 27?
Yeah, 26,
Hampus
27.
Winholm is 26, 27. I mean that core is still young enough to maybe do something in
At
3
least
or so
bridge.
in the next 3
Yeah,
or
but-
4 years.
But why not just you're not? I mean, in 3 to 4 years, like Cam Fowler's going to be like 33, 34 years old. No, man, move him. Start shipping him out. You gather as
Yeah,
many picks as
so
you possibly can.
this
Move
is what-
Gibson, move Fowler, move Getzlaf, dude. Like,
I don't know if you move Gibson.
why? He's so disengaged there. You think he wants to fucking play there?
I don't know. He seems like the franchise player, and at 27 for a
Well,
goaltender, like
Well, John Gibson is one of the better goalies in the NHL, if not top 5. He just plays for an absolutely
he's so
dog shit
underrated.
team.
Yeah,
John Gibson is an absolute animal. If John Gibson went to any competing team and became their starting goaltender, they'd go straight to Stanley Cup contender.
Don't you think he wants to go to a competing team?
true. Potentially, I don't know. He's only
You don't know.
27.
Yeah, you don't know what's in the guy's head.
Bro, I watched a game where he just looked so goddamn dejected. His team got shit on and had like 15 shots on goal. Somebody came out to him to give him a fist bump, like, oh, sorry, whatever. He didn't reciprocate. He just fucking skated off, bro. He doesn't
Yeah,
want to
he
be
did.
in Anaheim anymore. At all.
There's a
So,
chance. So I will say his save percentage in the past like 4 years, from what I'm seeing, is dropping off big time. So he might just be like, there's a chance, but I don't know. You never know what's going through a player's head during that.
Yeah.
Could have just had a bad game and he's pissed at
Yeah.
the team, which happens to every goaltender.
Adam brings up a good point. So, and I agree with him. Big problem if they wanted to sell the number, is the number of the NMCs and NTC players that they have on the roster, and it's very much the same problem that we in LA had for like the last 5 years. We couldn't move anybody.
you don't think Pittsburgh would want John Gibson? You don't think he would waive his no trade clause
But
to
it
go there?
depends on if the return for the franchise is worth it. You don't want to trade for a bunch of middle ground first round picks.
No, but
Not John Gibson.
You're going to get
Not-
more than that for John Gibson.
You can
Yeah,
get a
and-
second rounder.
And you're also just acquiring picks. You're taking quantity over quality right now because you need to restack that pipeline, dude. That pipeline isn't the greatest. That's why.
What's John Gibson's contract look like?
Not bad.
Yeah. I mean,
You say not bad. 6.4 million?
For,
I guess that's not terrible.
for a top tier goalie. That's not bad considering Bobrovsky just got paid 10 million AV. It's Price got like 11.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Oh, but yeah, no, I don't know. I can see. It's tough to say. I can see Gibson going somewhere else, but I don't know if Anaheim would want that. I just don't know.
yeah, it's an
Wait, hold on.
interesting situation.
I gotta comment on this. Do you watch hockey, dude? Do you fucking watch hockey?
He's always got really good takes, and then he says, I mean,
That
okay.
is fucking ice cold, bro. Have you not heard of Vaz Valesky?
Hold on.
Vasilevsky.
I have actually not.
Vasilevsky?
I have not heard of
Vaz.
Have you ever heard of
Valesky.
Vaz Defrin? Andre Vaz Defrin?
No, I mean, so this is interesting. What I think Berkey's getting at is I will not disagree that John Gibson's talent level, anytime he's fucking playing and is not unhealthy, which it happens very often that he's hurt. I mean, his numbers are just off the charts. I mean, he's ridiculously good.
Matt
But
Roy just
you
scored a goal.
don't have you don't have the pool of games because you're always missing to actually acquire that title. You cannot do that if you're hurt way too often. Berkey, I agree, and you're listening right now. I think his talent level, he could be if not the best, he could be top 3 in the league. The problem is
He has that potential. Yeah.
he does not stay healthy long enough to put on stretches of playing a whole season to qualify and say, this is my title.
Now,
Damn.
to be honest, if you guys want to talk about dejected goalies, did anyone get a look at Martin Jones's eyes after that Matt Roy goal just now?
No, but dude, that was a fucking blast. Bro.
Yeah, he ripped it. I'm
That was
watching the
a
replay right now.
fucking
It looked like
blast.
it might have gotten tipped in front too.
I mean, they called John Gibson the future Jonathan Quick, and now I'm kind of starting to see it. Where it's just the talent's there, but the injuries and then the team he's on, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's hard to do
Well,
that.
that's
You
the
can't-
thing. But the thing with Jonathan Quick is he actually won something
Yeah, 2 cups.
and a Conn
yeah,
Smythe.
but it's a
Yeah, and a
team
Conn Smythe.
thing.
It is. It's a team thing. But Gibson was on good Ducks teams that were.
You hear
It's
that,
true.
Brian
In the playoffs.
Hayward? You fucking bum.
I mean, I will agree with you though that Gibson is in the top echelon.
Oh, he's a
of-
top
of
echelon
goalies.
goalie. You
Yeah,
just can't call
100%.
him the best. The only
No,
reason
he
you
is
can't call him the
not the
best
best in the league.
because he cannot stay healthy. And if you can't stay healthy, you can't be the best at something.
No,
Interesting. Vazzy, Hallebuck, and Gibson are top 3 in the league. Huh.
in his opinion or in numbers.
Yeah.
No, in his opinion.
He's saying his
This is
opinion.
true. This is true. Nah, man, I got to go Jonathan Quick, number 1 goalie in the league. I can't even say that with a straight face, dude. I can't even say that with a fucking straight face.
If you ask Brian
Not
Hayward,
anymore.
Ryan Getzlaf is the best goalie in the league.
Ryan Getzlaf.
No, I mean, it's just hard. Like, that's the thing. For me, I do agree. I think we're on the same, like, talent-wise, I mean, I do. I think Gibson is a top 3 goalie in this league. But you cannot sit here and say it that he actually qualifies as it because he doesn't have the starts to say so.
yeah.
He gets injured way too often. I understand being on a bad team. It's the same thing I even said, yeah, Quick now is older than he was, but even when the Kings started getting into their rebuild, that's what I was pointing to. Quick is still he was a fantastic goalie still a couple of years ago, and they were going into a rebuild. You can't really put that on him. But the problem is with Gibson, it's like, it's more of his injuries, not the team he's on. He was on fantastic Ducks teams that were consistently getting into the playoffs, and they were fighting for President's trophies. They were tops of the leagues in points every
They
year.
fucking went up 3.
And they did-
Oh,
They
they
would've-
went to a Western Conference final against the Blackhawks, huh?
They went up 2-1 on the Kings, bro, in the playoffs, and the Kings came roaring back, dude.
And then the next year was the year they went to the Western Conference final, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they just got fucking shit kicked. I mean, it's not the team. I mean, now it's the team, but his health has always been in question.
Yeah.
Even
True.
when they were good, he was always injured, and it's just hard to sit there and say. I like what Viral said. He said Matt Murray is the best goalie in the league at being beat glove side.
Stupid. This is true. Mika Zibanejad record 6 points in a period, tying record as New York routed Philly 9-0. That was wild.
Dude, they had a great week.
That was wild.
So I ended up putting it later. So he tied for the league lead in points for this past week, helping the Rangers actually have a decent week at 2-1-1. I mean, the Rangers still another team
They're on the bubble.
they're on the bubble, and they were looking like they were going to take a step forward. Haven't really done so yet. But it's a good thing they're on the bubble. I think they can still right the ship. They're in a very competitive division this season.
Isn't Matt Murray still young, though?
Matt Murray's like, what,
26, I believe? Yeah.
Yeah.
26? Man, that guy fell off a fucking cliff, dude.
He really did.
Matt Murray
He's
is
injured again,
26. Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
true.
he's,
He is like 5 seasons in. That's true.
Yeah, he just got hurt again too, Matt Murray. I think
I'm
he's
telling you
out for a
guys,
few-
he's one fucking one concussion away from being a baked potato, dude. Anders Lee is out the rest of the season, having ACL surgery. What was such an innocent looking play, tore his ACL.
Yeah,
That's garbage. Garbage.
That sucks.
Here's something we're gonna go back to the Ducks
That's
right
an
now because I
underrated guy.
do want to
No,
talk
Alex
about this
always
right now.
brings him up. Is Anders Lee?
He's a great captain. We're going to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
this just because I was watching their game earlier. Jamie Drysdale debuted for Anaheim and notched 2 points in his debut. Zegras scored his first career goal. Jamie Drysdale needs to be in the AHL, dude. 100%. I was watching them play the Wild.
Yeah, despite the
earlier.
2 points, he looked awful.
I was watching them play the Wild earlier until I
Mhm.
dozed off. I fell asleep. Dude, he just doesn't look ready to play defense in the NHL, man. Just getting
Isn't he playing
lost.
in the top line too?
He's
top defensive
he's
pair?
playing with Ben Hutton,
Oh,
but he just looks lost out there, man. Like it led right to a goal, but like there was a guy coming in. Ben Hutton had him, and Drysdale was over on the right side, and Drysdale went to go double team him, but a guy was coming in like in front of him. Like I don't know. He just
reaffirms
does.
what we said about
He's not
get
ready
your
for
reps.
Yep, he
Get your
doesn't.
reps in the AHL at a professional level, and then
Yep, he
don't
doesn't
get
look ready.
rushed.
Doesn't look ready. I think it's the worst thing for his development. I think it's the worst thing ever for any defenseman to be rushed into the league. Forwards, you can kind of get away with it because there's not as much responsibility on them, especially if you start them off like on the fourth line and stuff like that. I mean, look what the Avalanche did with Makar and Byram. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Byram spent another year in the OHL, even though he looked ready last year, and the Makar spent another year or two at UMass,
Yep.
and then brought him in, and they don't look out of place. But Jamie's Drysdale.
James Drysdale.
I don't know if he just by watching him and that little bit that I watched him tonight, his hockey IQ looks down there.
Oh, to touch on what Berkey said, by the way, hey, shout out to the Islanders for being first in the division.
Yeah,
That's
they're
insane.
fucking rolling, dude.
Are we
They
surprised?
do look really good. They
I think I
look
picked them
really
to
good.
make the playoffs. I mean, everybody
No, you
shit
did
on me.
not. You
Oh.
did not.
I shit on everybody else.
I think.
Yeah,
I think,
you shit
I think
on
Ian
us.
Scott did.
Because you said who is on the Islanders depth wise? They have like one line, which I guess makes sense. But I mean, just as a team, they know how to click.
Barry Trotz, dude. Motherfucking Barry
fucking
Trotz.
Yeah.
But also, too, they're playing the same teams over and over again. So, I mean, it's bound to start happening.
Yeah, but they're in one of the most competitive divisions.
with
this
the
isn't
New
the-
Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers.
But
no,
the Bruins, the
Bruins,
Flyers, the Caps, and apparently the Penguins, who I didn't realize were going to be a good team this year.
yeah.
Whatever. Fuck you guys. Boston had 2 games postponed due to COVID. Pasternak and 5 others were in protocol.
Yeah.
Hate
Shit
to see
happens.
it, but I mean, stay away from the Susias. The Edmonton. Speaking of suspensions, Edmonton and Montreal had their game postponed for COVID. Armia and Kakaniemi were on the protocol list. So I mean, again,
What do you call the Russian Susias?
yeah. What do you call Russian Susias, Alex?
Shluchas.
Shluhas. You gotta
Stay away
stay away from the Shluhas.
Stay away from the Shluchas.
Jack Johnson out for season after core muscle surgery. Hate to see it, man. I hate anything
core
bad.
muscle too.
I hate
That
anything
sounds
bad that
so
happens to
painful.
Jack Johnson, man. His parents are just shitty people
Yeah,
He had such-
that guy's had
Yeah.
a tough career, man.
and a
Yeah.
tough life. Tough
Yeah.
We're
life.
starting a GoFundMe for Jack Johnson.
He needs it.
Please donate. It's actually going to go to me in my fishing fund. Oh, you see my
Yeah.
new toy back there, Alex?
It's gonna go to mine and Zach's boat fund.
Our boat fund.
Yeah.
I
Oh, I
gotta
do
do-
see
Oh,
that.
now I'm getting.
Your
I'm
toy.
getting
Let me see
uninvited.
let me see the reel on that bad boy.
Yeah.
Go get it. Go get your new wizard
Okay.
staff.
your new wizard staff. Reeling the bitches.
Hey, exactly.
Oh yeah, look at this. Oh.
So it's a Phoenix rod
Nice.
with a Kuma 400 on there, dude. What a-
Okay, big spender.
Wow.
I've had that
Okay.
reel. I've had that reel for a while.
Zach, do we have the same headphones?
The Logitech.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We're talking
We have
about
the
fishing
same
right
exact
now. You
question.
can ask him about it. You can ask
My
him about
bad, I
it.
just
That's
noticed
happening.
Technology
them.
later.
This is
Yeah,
more
This is a
important.
nature talk.
I've had that reel, bro. I had that reel since like
That's a
last
nice
summer.
setup, dude. That's a really nice setup.
That's the Yellowtail pole. Throwing
Wait
irons
a
and shit like
minute.
that.
We want to talk about underrated elite defenses.
Oh, God,
Allow
here
me
we go.
to toot my own horn really quickly because the Minnesota Wild are fucking on it with defense right now.
Blech!
I think the last time I checked, they were tied second in the league in defense when it came to
Yeah.
goals against.
That's
This
crazy.
guy.
They're
Get the
fucking
fuck out
on
of
it.
here. Get the fuck out. Get out of here, bro.
Nice.
We're
All
trying to talk about hockey.
All right, so
Real hockey.
honestly, man, like I thought the Islanders' defense was just going to be a lot worse without Devon
Yeah,
Taves, but you know, I was wrong. I was definitely wrong.
Yeah, they-
Varlamov, dude. I wonder how many
Yes.
Russian wives he has in his trunk.
Not sure.
I did not, Berkey. Did the Wild just whop the Avs?
Did they just whop him?
Yeah, there's a big whop 'em.
Was it wet?
Just gonna ignore that. No, they probably got.
I'm just going to ignore that. You're muted, Alex. We didn't hear a word you just said, even though it was probably the funniest thing you've ever said.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I said can confirm Ben Shapiro is now a season ticket holder to the Avs.
Oh, damn. You suck, bro. Oscar Sundquist out for season with torn ACL. Kid can't catch a break, man. I feel so bad for him.
I know. It's rough.
Trevor Van's
But
Reendijk.
on the plus
Yeah.
side,
Van
on the plus side, it's not cancer, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's
True.
always the best. I mean,
Yeah.
I would hate to have my ACL torn. I wouldn't know that.
Berkey,
Yeah.
there's still a great defense. No, there's still a great defense. We're not going to talk about it. Had two
Oh,
bad
wow.
games. That's fine.
2 games over a
Hey,
season.
that's fine. That's fine. 2 games. Yeah, see? We're chilling.
Trevor Van
Cam
Riemsdyk signed a 2-year, $1.9 million deal with Washington.
And nobody seemed to notice.
Nope.
Nope.
The lesser of
Did
the
not.
Vans Riemsdykes.
The Vens deference.
Vans
Yeah.
difference. Colorado had a 3-0 week as Grubauer allowed 1 goal and 66 shots.
Strike that,
Goddamn.
make that 3-1
Oh, when did they lose?
That's tonight.
right now.
They lost right now to who?
I'm just talking shit because Berkey's in the chat.
Oh yeah, of course.
3 in 1 week. Radnan, McKinnon, Landeskog combined for 21 points. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
And one goal.
Landeskog had a big
Motherfucker allowed
couple
one
days.
goal.
Yeah, they need to break those 3 up, man. Fuck Colorado.
He had a .38 goal against average.
Fuck Colorado acquiring all this fucking talent. Get the fuck out of here, Joe Sakic. You can suck my Sakic. Vancouver.
I love it. Love it. Love it.
Vancouver rode Thatcher Demko to a 3-0 in 1 week as he only allowed 6 goals and 109 shots.
Hey,
I
it's
mean,
the week of the goalies this week. Let's go.
Yeah, there were a lot of really good
It's
goalies.
good to see Daniel letting his hair down. Love it. Let it flow, baby. Let's
Oh, yeah.
let's see a little whip. Let's see a little whip on that.
I don't have a whip. It's
Oh, you can whip that. You can absolutely whip that.
Toss the salad, dude. Toss it. No, toss the salad,
No,
bro.
it's short. I'm telling you, I can't.
Come on, flock of seagulls. Let's see it.
Oh, you got a haircut?
Yeah.
Who's
I got
playing?
a haircut a while
Who's
ago.
playing Rick Astley?
That was not Rick Astley. That was Dungeons and Dummies episode 3 live on Spotify.
Oh, you're listening to the podcast while recording a
Oh, we're
podcast?
recording.
Yeah.
I'm glad he
This
just
guy.
disrespects the podcast that's been going on for 3 years.
Yep.
Sick flow, Poppy. I mean, it's good to see Vancouver have themselves some wins. I mean, they've been shit in the bed recently. Kind of feel bad for them. They have no cap space whatsoever.
I know.
Berkey
Uh,
said Grubauer for Vesna. I kind of, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
He's up there. He's up there
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Depends on how many shots per game he's
Cal
he's
Peterson
facing,
for
but-
Vesna.
Cal Peterson, let's go.
So,
Vasilevsky has a winning streak as Tampa Bay Lightning goes 4-1 on the week. Hedman leads team in points with 6 during the week.
That's not a shocker. He's Hedman.
No. Yeah, he's Victor Hedman. He's
I mean,
a
granted,
caveman.
on that roster, but still, it's Victor
I'll
Hedman.
say that you get to skip that one.
He is a straight fucking
I'm
caveman.
gonna
dude.
piss before we get to this next, like the big topic.
Yep. Mika Zibanejad tied
Zibanejad.
for the league lead in points of the week with 8.
We
I
talked
see
about
Will's
that. Yeah.
New York Rangers the 2-1 in 1 week. Yeah, way to double tag us there, Daniel.
Yeah.
McJesus continues to drag Edmonton to success to success as he notches 8 points. Edmonton goes 3-1 and he hits the 60-point mark. Jesus, dude. Bye, Chicky baby.
Why are you acting like that, bro? Nobody should be surprised when McDavid has these bang out 3-point per game seasons anymore.
Yeah, but 60 points already?
And we're at the halfway
Oh.
mark of 54 games.
Yeah, bro. He's averaging over 2 points per game. Those are Gretzky numbers.
But I also think it's the level of competition that he's facing.
That is also true, 100%.
He's
Everyone's
facing
getting
trash
COVID in
teams.
Canada.
Look
too,
at how
apparently.
many times they've gotten to beat up on the Ottawa Senators this season.
Or
Yeah,
the
that's
Vancouver
not wrong,
Canucks.
actually.
Just not fair. He has to go
True.
against who? Quinn Hughes? Quinn Hughes ain't shutting down Connor McDavid, dude.
Oh, true. Let's see McDavid do it in the playoffs. I like
No.
it.
It's not so much let's see him do it. Let's see you do it in the playoffs because this year the playoffs are going to be a lot different. I would just like to see him do that in a regular season against everybody else. Because if it was
I mean, he
everybody
kinda
else,
does, though.
yeah, but not at the pace that he's at now.
True, yeah. Oh, wait, they may not make it, says
Who?
This
Oh.
guy's on the sauce,
You hate
bro.
to say it. You hate to say it.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
the
So
Oilers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's like,
No, I mean, they're second in the division right now.
it's still,
I mean,
it's
okay,
still
they
a
have-
possibility.
You have to beat the Canucks, Flames, or Senators. Those are the teams you have to beat
Yeah.
to make the playoffs right now. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, that
I think-
Matt Roy blast was awesome.
That was a fucking ripper.
Ripped that shit, dude.
Ripper.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just crazy, though. I mean, 60 points, dude.
Exactly.
Wild.
Fucking crazy.
Fucking wild.
And he's 10 points over second place, which is Leon Draisaitl.
Again, look at their level of competition, man.
I know. I know.
Look
but
how- look
still,
how many
have
goals
that
that
many
fucking-
points?
Look how many goals the fucking Austin Matthews has put up, dude.
Berkey
think-
is spitting some.
You think Austin Matthews would have that many goals if he was playing
Disappointing.
the rest of the league this season? No,
Nope.
100% not.
Probably not.
Same thing with McDavid. McDavid would not be scoring at his rate or his pace if he was playing the rest of the league. No way.
Oh, 100%. No, I agree with that.
True.
I'm not. I still just think it's impressive to score that many points in the game, the amount of games that they've had.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
it's
kind of
unreal.
insane.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Borderline criminal, some would say.
You know what they say? Fuck him.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck them.
But yeah, good shit.
Nobody gives a shit about the fucking Avalanche anymore, Berkey. We're moving on to something else.
hmm
There are 30 other teams in the league.
That we like to talk about.
That's debatable.
Speaking
But
of
yes, there are
which,
30
yeah.
other teams in the
Maybe
league.
Maybe not all 30. Maybe not
We
all
like to
30.
get real biased right now.
Yeah.
As we say.
Let's talk about the Kings. Speaking of one of those 30
Oh
teams.
fuck!
Or do we want to do that, or do we want to talk about the divisions or the?
I thought we would end with King's Talk. But
Yeah, I thought we
Yeah,
did.
let's do that.
You know what?
Okay.
Let's talk about the divisions then. I'm down.
Central Division. Again, we're going to revisit Oswald's topic. Alex broke it up for us into divisions. Who we think is going to be protected or exposed in the expansion draft this upcoming end of season. So we already did the West a couple weeks ago. We are moving on to the Central Division. We can start with the number one Tampa Bay Lightning if we want to start there. Who are
Tampa
they?
Bay.
Alex, did we do who they exposed? Is that easier? That's easier than protecting, right? That's what we did last time.
I would
Yeah.
think it'd be easier to just say who they protect.
Protecting
Can't
is
hear you,
seven
Alex.
players.
Can't hear
It's
you,
7 players, a goaltender.
Oh yeah, so it was who they. Yeah.
Could you remind me
they're
of the
gonna-
rules again? Like who it is they're protecting?
I
Alex,
think
you're
it's-
muted again. I don't
Yeah,
know what
you're
it is.
still muted.
It is
7-3-1.
There it is.
who we think they're going to select.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
Who they-
7.
Oh,
they're
who
gonna
they're
expose.
going to pick.
Who we
Yeah.
think they're going to pick.
The Seattle Kraken
So,
are going to
yeah,
pick.
and I'll give you guys the
Oh.
list. So for Tampa Bay, they're projected protected guaranteed. I'm sorry, guaranteed protected skaters are Nikita Kucherov, Steven Stamkos, Braden Point, Andre Palat, Anthony Cirelli, Yanni Gord, Alex Bearboy, I think that's how you pronounce it. Victor Hedman, Mikhail Sergachev, Eric Cernak, and Andre Vasilevsky.
You mean Alex Killorn?
No, Alex Killorn is not protected. And actually,
Automatically.
thank you for that segue. I think Alex Killorn is going to get picked up by Seattle.
You think he's going to be
I think
exposed.
so.
So those were those the ones that you are protecting?
Those are the
protecting,
protected
the ones that
players.
are 100% protected due to their contract situation.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Got it.
I think Seattle is going to select Alex Killorn. You're going to be hard. You're going to be hard pressed to find a guy with a grittier game that you can get for, let's say, a slightly overpaid contract, but at the same time, we've talked about it multiple times. They do have a cap floor to hit, so he would do a good job at eating up a good chunk of that cap space for them out the gate, while still giving them a fair top 9, top 6 swing winger in return.
I think you completely missed the ball on this one, bro. Completely. And I'll explain why. I think the Seattle Kraken are going to select Tyler Johnson. And
that's actually a good one, too. Yeah.
The reason being, he's a former Spokane Chief, dude. Spokane Chief.
Yeah, hometown
played in the area for a while. They're going to pick Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson's going to go home. You're probably looking at the next captain of, or the first captain of Seattle Kraken.
That's a good
worst case
captain to
scenario,
have, too, because he's not a really old player. Like, some of the.
Well, him and Killorn are the same age, but I'm going to change my pick to Johnson as well, Zach. That's a really good point. On top of that, he is a potential top line center.
Yep. Agreed.
He was only squeezed out of Tampa because there's literally no room at that position.
There's so much talent. Yeah. I mean, he's a talented player, but you have the likes of Brady.
But he's also a 200 foot player.
Yes.
And
yes.
You're not going to put a guy like Tyler Johnson at $5 million AAV on your fourth line, right? And Anthony Cirelli is obviously guaranteed that 3C slot. So you're going to have Stamkos, Point, Cirelli, and there's no point in wasting your minutes and your cap on a guy like Tyler Johnson as your 4C.
Yeah.
True.
No, I agree with that.
I
I like that a lot.
That's a good pick, Zach. Good job there.
Scott.
That's all I do is good jobs.
I threw that up there. Those were the rules. You either do 7-3-1 or 8-1.
So who does Scott got?
I agree. I either have Tyler Johnson or Blake Coleman.
Ooh, Blake Coleman. Yeah,
Coleman is actually who I was thinking of.
Yeah, exactly. Like just talent-wise, and talent and cap hit, I think Blake Coleman's probably the best option. But I don't know, because does he become a UFA next year?
I think he does. Let me check right now. I'll tell you in just a second.
He may have been on a.
Does he still qualify for the draft if he's UFA next year?
UFA, I think if he's a free agent, he could be.
He is actually signed. He is signed through 2021.
Okay, so he could be.
They can't. No, they can't. He doesn't qualify for the draft.
Yeah. Okay. So then, okay. Tyler Johnson then.
All right. Who do we got next?
Next, Carolina. Oh, okay. Who's protected on D?
Carolina. Who is protected? Jordan Staal, because he has a no movement clause. Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Teuvo Teravainen, Hayden Fleury, Jake Bean, Jacob Slavin, Brett Pesce, and Alex Nedeljkovic.
Yeah, I mean the last outside of like Aho, Teravainen, Trocheck, and Svechnikov, I mean it's kind of a toss up between like Niederreiter, Fost, Geeky, and then any of Brock McGinn, Martinook, or Ryan Dzingel.
I think there's another one that you're forgetting that is a potential top 6 forward with some really good two-way game, and that's Warren Foegele.
Warren Foegele, he may not qualify.
He does. I have it up right here. Warren Foegele does qualify.
I'm glad somebody's playing. Yeah. Okay.
So he is. Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be Warren Foegele. I think, honestly, man, if you start a team with Tyler Johnson and Warren Foegele as your top to second line pairing, flex, winger, and center, you're already in a very good spot.
Agreed. I agree.
Adam did mention from Tampa Bay, Cernak or McDonough would be.
Cernak is protected.
Oh, okay.
Cernak is protected, and I don't think McDonough will get selected because I think with the players that will be available in terms of exposed defensemen, I just don't think they're going to want someone of that AAV and that age.
He'll be exposed, but yeah, I agree. I think they're going to go for. There's going to be so much talent available that they're going to look elsewhere. They'll be able to get that veteran presence.
How do you guys feel about Brady Shea
Um,
on Carolina?
I don't think they're gonna let Brady Shea go. I think they'll probably end up protecting Brady Shea. I mean, they paid a lot to get him. He fills that role really nicely. They have a lot of defensive depth, but then it's also not known yet whether or not Dougie Hamilton will come back yet because his contract expires at the end of this season.
This is true.
Adam, how he's looking is he's looking at contract, I think, only if they have an MC or certain parameters around their contract, they are basically protected without the team having to protect them. It's just automatic.
Right. Exactly.
I will actually just say cap friendly. They have a good setup here that says players who meet or are projected to meet exposure requirements are highlighted in green, and so it shows all of the players' names in green.
Yeah, and that's what you're looking at, right, Alex?
Yeah. So, who does anybody have anybody other than?
Wait, so does that mean? Wait, would Brady Shea technically be protected then, like Adam is saying?
Yeah, well, he qualifies to be protected.
He can be protected. It's not an automatic.
But they can expose him.
I think Alex is saying the guys he's reading off are automatically protected because of their contract situation and their status.
Okay.
And the team has to protect over that.
Right.
Based on,
so there no team that I'm reading has reached their minimum of protection picks.
Correct.
So they still have players that they need to select to protect, but just looking at some of those players, you can tell pretty quickly who's getting exposed and who isn't.
Oh yeah.
And I think especially since Brady Shea was just picked up last season for a rather big return coming from being the number one D-man on the Rangers, I think they'll want to protect that investment and see how it pans out, especially since Carolina is a bubble cup contender.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think you're right. I think that with Carolina, they're going to. I think Seattle's either going to take Warren Fogle or maybe even a Jordan Martinook, a good character guy.
I think honestly, man, I think them exposing a forward like Fogle, even though he is a good potential top 6 winger, I think that's the position they're hurting at the least outside of defense. So I think they can afford to give up a William Fogle.
I agree.
Next, we got who? The Panthers.
Panthers.
Yep. Okay, so the Panthers protected so far are going to be Alexander Barkov, Jonathan Huberdeau, Brett Connolly, Henrik Borgstrom, Mackenzie Weegar, Aaron Ekblad, Keith Yandel, Marcus Nudavara, and Sergei Bobrovsky. So pretty much their entire core is protected. There's an obvious standout here that I'm really interested in. That it's 50-50 whether they'll choose to expose or protect him. But if they do, this is a must grab for Seattle. But it's also a player that Florida can honestly afford to lose, and that's Frank Vetrano.
Yeah, that's a very interesting. Yeah, that's a good one.
I can actually agree with that. Yeah.
I like that. I think Vetrano is really starting to break out, and he's been very, very solid for them the last couple of seasons. And I agree. I think he's a talent that it sounds worse than it is. It's a talent you can replace. He's very 100%. Valuable to the team, but at the same time, I think there's other players that they.
I think that's where some of your best players are going to come from in this draft for Seattle. Is going to be the guys that are good, but there's players on their roster that are better, that are all on cup contending to bubble cup contending teams that can afford to give up somebody at that position.
Correct.
Just for devil's advocate here. A couple notable other notable exposures would be Brett Conley and then also Anton Strawman or Sam Montablo. So I mean, you can kind of take your pick with.
Hold on, sorry, Brett Conley is protected.
I'm seeing a list that says that he's not protected.
Oh, I'm seeing a list that says he is.
Like no, not contract wise or anything like that, but you're seeing a list from somebody who's saying that they think he's going to be protected, right?
No. There's no estimations on this list. It's contracts. It's based off contracts.
Yeah, based off a contract, Brett Connolly's safe. He's good to go.
Yeah,
he can. He's exposed.
Okay.
No.
He can be exposed.
He can be exposed. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I think that Brett Connolly will be exposed, and that could be a pickup for them if they want to go bottom 6 route.
Yeah.
But Anton Strawman, I think, or Frank Vetrano is going to be the better pick.
Yeah, Vetrano, I think, is the best pick just because, especially if you want to build a team of early 20-somethings that you can have develop and mesh together, that's going to be your go-to choice there.
Yeah.
Next, I believe we have Chicago. So
Mhm.
Chicago's protected picks, obviously, Taves and Kane, Alex DeBrincat, Dylan Strome, Duncan Keith, Brett Seabrook, Nikita Zadorov, Connor Murphy, and Colin Delia. This one was a hard one for me to put together, but I have an idea. You know what we don't see a lot of being exposed in this draft is reliable bottom pairing D-men.
Yep.
So I think the Kraken should select from Chicago Calvin DeHaan.
For D, that would make the most sense. Yeah, to be honest with you.
Especially when we've talked about so far, especially in this division, everyone we've talked about in this division is a forward, right?
Yep.
So
Mhm.
why not bring in Calvin DeHaan, especially since he's proven a workhorse in Chicago that can even play on the second D pairing, to have that 3-4, that second to third pairing flex. And I think he's 24, 25 years old would be a really, really good pickup for them, especially in a lefty, which
You don't think they protect Calvin DeHaan?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't think
especially
Calvin DeHaan has the potential for them to want to risk taking up somebody else's spot for him.
Oh yeah, you would
well,
either
he-
have to protect. It would have to be Calvin DeHaan or Connor Murphy. Those are the two
Yeah.
that you would have to protect.
And I would
Of
think
your
you would.
defensemen.
I think you would fucking expose Connor Murphy, dude. Kid hasn't been the greatest. Out of who's the better defenseman? Calvin DeHaan's the better defenseman.
Adam, by the way, just because
Yeah.
Seabrook retired, his contract is still there, and
Yeah,
it
it's
can't
still
be
on the books.
exposed.
Right.
It can't be exposed.
Yeah, they can't take the salary like they like Arizona traded for Datsuk's salary. They can't do that. They have to draft.
Well,
back.
yeah, they could
Not
trade
true.
for it, but they
Right,
can't-
exactly. If they miss
yeah,
the
they can't
ceiling,
expose
or if-
that and take it
yeah,
on.
if they miss the floor on the draft, I believe they have like 2 weeks to get cap compliant. In which case, they can trade for some of those dead contracts.
Also, no shot. Seattle takes that contract anyway. So
Yeah, no, way.
no chance.
Next,
I
we got
agree.
CBJ.
Yep. Columbus.
CBJ is protecting Domi, Atkinson. This article is obviously a little old because it says Pierre-Luc Dubois, so we're going to say Patrick Laine instead of PLD. Oliver Bjorkstrand, Seth Jones, if Seth Jones decides to resign. Zach Werenski, David Savard, Gavrikov, and Jonas Korpisalo.
So you're saying they don't protect Oliver Bjorkstrand?
Well, these are the ones that are locked in by contract, like I was saying. They're not necessarily they still have options to protect other guys, which obviously they're going to probably want to protect Oliver Bjorkstrand.
So I mean,
Um,
based off of Cap Friendly, what Cap Friendly is saying, the people that are currently they can be exposed if not protected. It's Cam Atkinson, Nyquist, Domi, Boone Jenner, Oliver Bjorkstrand, Jack Roslovich, Eric Robinson, Seth Jones, Zach Rowinski, Vladislav Gavrikov,
Yeah.
Gavrikov, yep.
and then Dean Kukan. Those are the
I'll tell-
guys. Kukan.
So I think
Who
that-
Those are the
can
guys
be
that are
exposed?
Yeah,
I-
those are the
yeah.
guys that can be exposed.
I think Seattle's going to want to go with a little bit of a veteran hardiness on that team while still providing some scoring. I think you're going to want a reliable top six guy who's played with more elite talent that can help develop some of these younger guys. I think Gustav Nyquist is your guy.
I think he's the odd man out. Agreed.
That's not a bad pick either.
No,
I don't
it's
know
not.
that they're necessarily going to protect him either. I think, like you said, Oliver Bjorkstrand they're going to keep. I think they protect Roslovich.
I think they protect Jenner probably.
Jenner,
just 'cause
yeah.
the contract's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Or
Nyquist
Max
is a good one to
Domi.
expose.
I mean, Max Domi
That's
hasn't.
what I was
I don't think they'll expose Max Domi because they don't have another 1C to take a spot outside of
Is
Roslovich
Max-
potentially.
Is Max Domi a 1C though?
But do they have anyone else to slot there outside
Dubinsky?
of Roslovich? And then who plays behind Roslovich?
Dubinsky can play. 1C.
Dubinsky's fucking washed.
Yeah, he's done. The Dubinsky's done.
I
He's
guess.
older. Yeah, I agree. I don't
hmm.
think I think they protect Domi. I mean, they made that trade with hopes of him coming in and being the guy
Yeah.
going forward. He's still young. Yeah, I think he gets protected.
Let's talk about Nashville because I actually have a really good pick for Nashville. I'm excited.
By the
about.
way, don't forget that we could pick goalies too. Goalies
Yes.
are also exposed in this.
Yes, yeah,
So-
I actually have a goalie for next week when we do another division. But guaranteed protected in Nashville is Matt Duchene, Philip Forsberg, Victor Arvidsson.
Negative.
No,
Why are you saying guaranteed?
because that's what it says on
I-
here.
No, I will read you the
He's
players
on-
that can
Okay,
be
you
exposed.
go. You go for it. You go for it.
Yeah, I'll read the players that can be exposed. Ryan Johansson, Matt Duchene, Philip Forsberg, Victor Arvidsson, Colton Sissons, Luke Kunin, Cal Yarncroc, the fucking Rocco Grimaldi,
Grimaldi.
Nick
LA
Cousins,
boy, Rocco Grimaldi.
Roman Yossi can be exposed, Ryan Ellis, Matthias Ekholm, Matthew Benning, and then UC Saros and Connor Ingram. Those are the
Okay.
players that can be
So-
exposed.
And Mark Burwecki.
Did I miss that?
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean,
For-
he can
so-
Oh yeah,
So
Burwick,
for
he
me,
can be, yeah.
I have
He can be
one.
exposed.
I have one big standout here, and again, this is keeping in mind that there is a cap floor to hit, and you do need some center depth. There is a man on that team that signed what at the time we called the weirdest looking contract we've ever seen. So 2 years or last year, Colton Sissons signed a 7-year, $2.8 million AAV deal.
Yeah.
If you want a guy that has guaranteed term, is a reliable 200-foot player, and is going to slot well into a bottom six center role for you, Colton Sissons is your guy.
But
Especially
my,
if he's
Possibly
playing.
score you a
But-
hat trick in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
but my question is, do you really think Nashville exposes Sissons at that
I
fucking
don't
rate?
Yes.
think
Yes.
At 2.8 AAV?
I think so.
He's locked in for until 2026, and he's already 27 years old, man.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
2.8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Colton Sissons is not a top six player. He's a
Oh
bottom
no,
six.
he's
a,
not. Yeah, he's
No?
a bottom six player.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
bottom
he's
six
bottom
center.
six.
You replace him with somebody who's younger and can do the
Yeah.
same thing.
100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
But on the flip side for Seattle, it gives them some roster stability over the next few years
But-
and fills a really important depth role for them in an experienced player who still has who still has some age left to go.
Do you
I
guys
mean,
think
the-
they protect Cal Yarncroc?
No.
I don't think they
know.
do, and I think that's a decent pickup. To
That's
be
a good
honest with
pickup
you.
too. If it were me, I'd be going for Sissons. That's just personal opinion.
Yeah,
The only interesting thing for me on that is because we're just looking at this from a standpoint of exposing him and let him go to Seattle. Still, I
never
think
mind.
Sissons at 2.8 is another guy that they can protect, they can keep him, and maybe they can get trade pieces. That contract is not bad. You said he's 27. He's still, I mean, that's not that old. And maybe he's a bottom six guy, but I still think you can get assets for him versus exposing him to Seattle.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go way off the board here because I think you guys are missing the obvious fucking play here. They are going to expose Ryan Ellis. Man.
Yeah, Ryan Ellis. They have to,
They're going to
Unless
expose
they trade
Ryan
him.
Ellis.
unless they trade him before.
They
There's been
want to
some rumors
shed
of them
themselves. Yep, they want to
They've been
rid themselves of that
rumoring
cap.
trading him.
If Seattle can get Ryan Ellis and potentially
They can.
sign him to an extension, as opposed
They don't
to just
need to sign
basically-
him to an extension.
He's signed.
He's signed
He's
until
good till
2027.
Yeah.
He's good.
You don't
Ryan-
have to see this.
Ryan Ellis is a great potential top right
He
handed.
could be your top D man.
Yeah,
he could be your
100%.
top
I
D
agree
man
with
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
I agree with that, but the only reason I'm not saying that is because I think there's already been rumors of them trying to, like you said, get rid of that contract. I think they're
Yep.
trying to make trades because they can get assets for him right now.
Right. Well, here's the thing: is they're going to expose Ryan Johansson too, but ain't nobody taking that fucking tire fire.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Next one we've got is the Red Wings.
Yeah. We can do
Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas Stars.
Oh, Dallas. That's right. Dallas.
Yeah,
Well, I
so
guess it doesn't
Dallas-
matter. We can do one or the other.
Exposed
Who
players.
is protected? Who is protected? That
Well,
might be easier.
They can't expose Sagan, Ben, or Radulov. They can't.
No, they can't. No move
Oh,
clauses.
everybody
no move.
else.
So they can't
Okay.
expose
Or
them.
Ben
So-
Bishop.
So their entire
That's
top
already
line and their
4.
starting goalie.
That's already 4. So they can expose Radek Faksa, Rupe Hintz, Dennis Gurionov, Esa Lindell, John Klingberg, and Andre Sekera. And then as far as goalies go, they can expose all of them. Anton
also can expose-
Khudobin.
Joe Pavelski as well.
And well, I don't think they'd expose Pavelski of how he's been playing, especially with 1 year
Yeah,
left on his deal
Pavelski.
next year. I think the
I
choice.
can't wait to see Adam's idea. Too.
I think the choice here is obvious. If you're willing to take the gamble, Anton Khudobin should be your guy. If he gets exposed,
I think
He's
they're going
available
to.
to me, but I don't know. I mean, Ben's been injured so often. Like Ben Bishop's been injured so often, and Khudobin has been the guy.
They
Khudobin
can't.
has
They
been
can't.
good.
They can't do anything though, dude.
But you
Like,
can,
they
but
can't.
you, and
Oh,
you can
that's
also,
right.
Oh, you could do 8-1 though. You can do 8-1.
Yeah. You also have to factor in the age of Anton Khudobin,
Yeah.
which for some teams would be a gamble enough to expose a goaltender.
Looking at the numbers, if they go 8-1 and they protect Khudobin, someone's going to get singled out, and it's either going to be John Klingberg or Esa Lindell. And I think Esa Lindell's going to.
They won't let go of Klingberg.
No,
No.
I think. And if
And
Esa
Lindell
Lindell
is a
is.
pickup.
Yeah, if
That's-
Esa Lindell's available.
Esa
a good
Lindell is a
pickup.
sick pickup.
We want
Would
to
be.
know Adam's thought on who gets.
Yeah, I
He's
would
not
love
even
to know.
watching anymore, dude. He texted
God.
me.
Let's move on to Detroit, and worst case we can circle back because Detroit's going
Yeah.
to be an interesting one.
Yes.
Because there's
They're
not.
firepower.
There's
Well,
not a lot
but there's
there.
also Foxa, Dickinson, Alexiak, or Khudobin.
Let's talk Detroit.
That's Miro and Kling all get protected. That's what he said.
Wait,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Slow
I
her
can see
down.
that.
Put it in park, Clark. Go and moving on to Detroit. I mean,
Yeah.
there's really not a lot of people that they can protect.
Mm-mm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's their 8 right there, but who are they going to expose? They literally have nobody
Why,
on their
'cause
team to expose.
All
Oh,
their
because
good
they're
players.
all are they UFAs or on?
They're
All
all
the
either
good-
UFAs
ELC?
or
all the good
RFAs.
players are getting protected. Larkin, Svechnikov, Bertuzzi, Fabry, Rasmussen, Mantha,
Rasmussen,
what-
they don't have to worry about.
Zadna. I know, but I'm saying like all those guys are covered, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Philip Roenick, Dennis Chwalski, all those guys are good.
Oh, they can expose Franz Nielsen. They can expose
Yeah. Thomas Grice.
Nemesnikov,
Grice, yeah.
Troy
If they
Stetcher.
choose not to protect him,
If they choose not to protect Grice, Grice is automatically my pick.
Jesus, dude, how many backup goalies does Detroit have?
A lot.
Thomas Grice, Jonathan Bernier, Kevin Boyle, Calvin Pickard. Good
A
lord,
lot.
dude, it's a fleet of backup
Yeah.
goalies.
Haven't
If
you
they-
seen how
if
many
they
games they've
choose-
won?
Yeah. If they choose to expose Grice, for me, I would go Grice. If not, I think Troy Stetcher should be your guy. He's still young enough to develop into a top 4 role, but he's good flexing around the middle, and he's a very old school, hard nosed, hard body D man. I
Who?
like Troy Stetcher.
they
Troy
can
Stetcher,
choose to
Hard
protect
body
Stetcher,
D
though.
man?
hard body.
Dude, he's like fucking 5'10".
He's still hard bodied.
Dude,
Yep.
he's small, bro. He's an offensive
He's a
defenseman.
fucking tree trunk.
He's an OD man, dude. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. He's a hard body defenseman. The guy's
I mean,
like 5'11",
They can
170
still
pounds.
protect
Wet.
Stretcher, by the way. They have
Yeah.
the ability to protect him, so they
Yeah.
might actually protect him over Grice. I don't know.
If they expose Grice, my pick is Grice.
Also, Franz Nielsen's not a bad player. He's 36, but also like
Ah,
I'd
you know,
take
Nice.
I'd take Nemestikov at that point.
yeah.
'Cause I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah. I don't know.
yeah,
I think they go. I think they go the route where they just expose their goalies. I mean,
yeah, I think so too.
they let Howard walk. He was old. I mean, you get like you said, Grice was decent, but in a tandem. Then you go to a shit team and you literally have the team of straight backups.
Yep.
I mean, why protect at that point? Like,
True. Yeah.
fucking build.
Well, that was
You're
all of them.
rebuilding anyway.
Went through every single one of them.
Let's talk about LA.
Kings. Now we could spend some time. Kings talk.
All right. So first and foremost,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody saw this, but Curtis McDermott absolutely throttled Curtis Gabriel, dude.
It's the 5th time you've mentioned that since we
I
started.
don't give a
recording.
shit.
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't give a shit.
It was
He
the
got-
Curtis on Curtis, and McDermott won.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And McDermott was pissed after he fucked him up too.
Which,
dude.
by the
He was
way,
mad.
What the fuck is wrong with Gabriel and trying to establish himself as this enforcer for the Sharks?
Well, that's
because
because,
he
he was
didn't-
an idiot, and
It's the most annoying thing.
yeah, didn't he in his like first game get fucking suspended or something?
Yes, I think so.
And then
I
he
remember
tried,
him fucking he ran somebody.
he bothers Ryan Reeves like the entire pregame and game to fight.
Buddy, you're gonna
during
get murdered.
the
What are you
Knights
doing?
game. And he did get murdered by Ryan Reeves. They
I wa-
actually did fight.
There's one thing. All right, speaking of
least he
Reeves
didn't
and
back
fighting
down.
and stuff like that, there's one thing that I have yet to see, and I don't know why it hasn't happened. Dude, Ryan Reeves and Curtis McDermott haven't fought yet.
I'd pay to see it.
I would love to see
We've
it.
talked
I
about
paid
it for a
for
long
that.
time.
I
wanted
don't
to see
understand
that
why don't they fight each other?
I'll pay per view it.
I wonder if
Yeah.
it's because Ryan
I'd rather
Reeves is
pay-per-view
afraid
that.
he'll get. I wonder if it's because Reeves thinks he'll lose.
Nah, I don't think
Nah.
Reeves cares.
I don't think
doesn't
Reeves
care.
is
care.
scared of
Reeves doesn't
anybody,
care.
bro.
He's-
But
to be honest with
is
you,
a big bitch.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, Reeves.
He's a big dude.
Reeves is one of those guys that you hate him because of the way that he like.
Oh, I love
he's-
Ryan Reeves.
I do
love
too.
Ryan
I'm just
Reeves.
saying, like against him, some people, you can see him being
Side-
hated by other teams, but at the
side
same
note,
time, he's somebody that pays respect too. If somebody will sit
Yeah.
here and kick his
Yeah,
ass
true.
and stand up to him, he'll fight. It'll be one of those fights where, like, fuck, well,
Yeah,
great fight,
For
dude.
sure. Just out of
Beat
curiosity,
my ass.
does San Jose have like a wild dog problem?
What do you mean?
Where did half of Adrian Kempe's nose go?
What the fuck are
What?
you talking about?
What are you saying?
All over his fucking nose, bro. Looks like somebody took a fucking chunk out of his nose.
Oh, it's Tug On, dude.
Okay, bud.
Oh, that was so good earlier. By the way, we have to do a reminder, Zach, tomorrow.
To submit your chirps.
I'm back in just
Your
a second.
fucking dunks of the week. We got a couple. Alex was a victim. Dude, Baby Pitts got him so good.
Oh, I didn't see.
You didn't? Oh, fuck. I'll send it to you right now. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, Ryan Reeves is one of those guys. Like, I just enjoy him because I've seen him off the ice too and in interviews. He's such a respect. Like, he's a
Yeah.
shit guy on the. He's a complete opposite of Corey Perry. Corey Perry is a shit person, just a human. Ryan Reeves is what you expect to be a pest on the ice. Like, and he will back himself up. He will fight. He will do whatever.
Oh, I got mad respect for Ryan Reeves.
Oh, I
because
love
he
that
re-
guy. And then if he
because
gets
he
his ass beat,
respects-
he
yeah.
will respect the other person.
Well,
and
he-
say,
no, he
"Why
just-
you kick my ass."
He's got respect for people on the ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even though they
Mhm.
fight or whatever, he still respects everybody that's out there.
Yes.
Oh,
Gabriel's just annoying.
Curtis Gabriel? Yeah.
I like
What are we
he
doing?
just pisses me off, bro.
What are we doing?
Kitty.
Cat?
Oh, the kitty.
The kitty.
Fuck you,
He's
Alex!
sorry.
I'm out of here. All right, so into the notes for the Kings. We got some notable things to talk about in our notes.
Mhm.
Kings went 2-1 this past week with a big win against Vegas yesterday.
Yes.
Dare I say the Kings dominated that fucking game?
Yes.
They
They
did.
did.
I think honestly that might have been the best 200-foot game we've played all season. They
Yeah, it was from
they
beginning
did
to end.
Wow.
from beginning to end, they looked
They look
phenomenal.
great.
They were great defensively. Their transition game was dope. Their offensive game was fantastic. Their penalty killing was stellar. Their power play cycle game was incredible.
They played really well. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
They did. I mean, that was one of the better wins too, because Vegas is, especially when we were in rebuild mode, had been kind of kicking our ass around.
Oh,
The last year and a half or so, they've kind of really had our number.
My cat's watching the Kings game on the other screen.
You
she's
distracted.
she's transfixed by hockey. She can't get enough of it. Like, for real, she'll freeze and she'll watch me play shell on the desk for like 3 hours. Just sit there and stare.
so
Does she
Cal
chase
had
football?
Cal had 2 goals on 2 goals. He went 2-0 with 2 goals on 62 shots, a .968 save percentage, and a 1.00 goals against average, with 1 assist. He added an assist.
Yep.
Dude,
Hey.
if he gets the run support in front of him, he's fucking great. He's fucking amazing. Well, no. I don't want to say that he's bad when he doesn't get goal support, but he plays so well, and that's been the issue for him. Like, this season is he's played really fucking well on like against like Colorado, right? He just got no fucking run support whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean it was literally. I mean, it's almost been like Jonathan.
Oh my
Quick-
god! Oh my
What?
god!
Oh.
Of the video.
No.
Uh-huh.
Dunked on!
You didn't see that the other day?
No, I didn't. That's
Oh.
that's clean, bro. That is fucking clean.
Yeah, Alex said he was proud of him.
Oh, that's good,
He
dude.
didn't see it, Alex. He
Side
didn't
note,
see
I
that.
just watched a slow motion zoom in of that McDermott punch to homeboy's
so good.
face.
It's so good.
Bro, it looked like somebody threw him into a wind tunnel. His face just
Oh, it was good. Huh?
he went from hockey player to stroke victim in like 2 seconds.
Good lord. Good lord. Cloud have mercy. He needs some milk. Yeah, dude, he got throttled, bro. That's
Yeah,
what I
he
said.
got
Yeah,
fucking wrecked.
I agree.
Good on Curtis McDermott. So Kobe
Yeah,
had 5
Cal's been
points
unreal.
this past week.
Yes, he did.
He is a man possessed, bro. He is playing so goddamn well. It's crazy.
He's
Yeah, I think
having,
he's top 5 in points now.
bro,
Yeah.
he looks better. I'm not saying it's production alone, but he looks better skating out there than I could say he's looked maybe since 2014.
I mean, it goes back to exactly what we were talking about. I mean, when you Kopitar less
Yes.
Kopitar less than some of the other players on the team. He's kind of haven't really seen a huge drop off in production or heart or anything like that. But
Yeah, not
when
really.
you're
no.
playing on a team, you can just tell the difference just as a team, as a collective. If
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
playing on a team that's competitive and is going in the right direction,
Yeah.
people just have that extra drive and put in the extra work, and the performance is there, and you could just see it in their eyes and their heart and everything else.
You could see it in all our veterans. You could see it in
Yeah.
Doughty. You could see it in Brownie, especially. Every goal Brownie scores is just like the night of his life.
They're having fun, man. That's what
Yeah.
it is. They're having
Yeah,
fun out there.
it's good to see
Exactly.
it, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good to see.
When you have fun, the production goes up too.
Exactly.
With Kobe's 5 points. So as of last night, Kobe is 2 points ahead of Mark Stone for the Western point lead. He has now had 5 multi-point games so far this season, and he has points in 10 of his last 11 games before tonight.
Did he score
Jesus.
again?
No, but
No.
I'm saying for tonight. This
Yeah.
is all.
Still 10 and 12. Yeah. This was as of last night.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy.
Follow need finish.
So yeah, Kobe is definitely on one. The lone goal scorer tonight, Matt Roy, signed a 3-year deal with the Kings yesterday for $9.45 total.
It's a great
That's
contract.
a great contract.
Yeah.
I
You
love it.
know who they're protecting.
Yeah.
You know who they're protecting.
Yes, it's a great AAV if he develops into something, not elite, but it was something reliable in a top 4 role. That's a great deal, and
Yeah.
it's not enough to where we're dumping cap into him for an undisclosed amount of time just to see if he works out. This
Oh,
is as usual for the LA franchise. Even when we had Dean Lombardi, all of our bridge contracts are just mwah.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
I don't even necessarily, dude. He's like 26, 27. This isn't necessarily
Yeah.
like a bridge contract. This is just us signing depth and telling him, hey, man, for the next 3 years, you got a guaranteed job as our 2-3 RD.
Yep.
I mean, and he's slot into that role perfectly, bro.
Oh yeah.
He's so silky smooth out there.
Daniel, do you want to read the last note?
Yeah. So
This is big. This is
This
big.
is pretty big. I thought this was really cool. So,
And I kind of want to discuss the comments that I've seen
Yeah.
like out there.
Yeah, please. I didn't see the comments. So I saw there was an article put out. Obviously, the Ontario Reign yesterday rolled out a line of Akil Thomas, Quentin Byfield, and Devontae Smith-Pelly, who they signed last week. They combined for 6 points. And the biggest piece of this is it was the first time since 1941 with the Black Aces that there was an all black
80 years. First
80
time in
years.
80 years.
80 years that there was an all black NHL line, professional hockey line.
I'll say
Across
something,
AHL, NHL, all of them.
something else from that game. Bokindi Imama was also really, really good in that game. I was watching some highlights from it, and he's really stepped up too. He also throttled the guy pretty hard, which is pretty fun to watch.
Okay, mama.
Yeah.
Dude, what's nuts? The LA Kings have 4 like African of African descent like individuals in our organization, bro. Akil Thomas, Quentin Byfield, Devontae Smith-Pelly, which we didn't mention. He got signed to an AHL contract by the Ontario Reign, and then you have Boku Imama, man. It's fucking awesome. I love it, dude, and I love it because it's that's totally fucking LA, bro.
Yeah.
Just to have a wide variety of people on our team, dude.
I mean,
love it.
you even look like 10 years ago, like when unfortunately there was a lot less black players than what's coming into the league now. Wayne Simmons got his start in LA.
Yep.
And Wayne Simmons got treated. Wayne Simmons, when he was here, he's even talked about it. He got treated like royalty when he was in LA.
Anson Carter was here for a couple days.
Yeah, but
For a couple of days.
yeah, which I know we're talking about African Americans in sports, but let's talk about, for this particular segment, African Americans who have talent.
But dude, did you guys see the stat line for Akil Thomas that night?
Yeah,
Fucking 3 goals in the shootout winner.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
we're gonna
lot.
be real fucking scary in like 3 years, boys.
Oh, dude.
Real fucking scary.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, like you said too. It's like they signed Smith-Pelly basically for a almost like a developmental role down at
the Kings
level.
The Kings needed somebody in the pipeline. They needed a veteran down there. They did. It was obvious, bro. Ontario was losing games left and right. They just needed a veteran presence. So they got that with Devontae Smith-Pelly, and I think what's good for as a veteran and developmental role is an African American on a team with African American kids who have extreme talent, kind of teaching them how to navigate this world that is the NHL. Now, I think that's a brilliant maybe segue into like what I wanted to talk about, like with the comments, dude. Like I was really disappointed in Kings fans who are just like, why do we have to like talk about that it's an all black line? Like, why do we have to talk about that? Why can't it just be like it's a human line? Like, bro, shut the fuck
as opposed to an all dog NHL line. Like,
shut the fuck up, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You talk
bro.
about
like,
it because it's important. Like
it is
that.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
Just
Are
like
you watching the Kings game right now?
do you guys remember how much news it was when Jagger Kaira got drafted by the Oilers? He was the first Punjabi player to be drafted in the NHL.
Yeah.
We talk about these things because they matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we do. And this is outside of like hockey. This is something completely different. But like when we talked about the first African American to be like on the International Space Station for like a given
For
amount of time,
president.
it's because it's fucking news, bro. This is the first time that it's happened.
Right,
You want to know who's been doing it all the rest of the time? Fucking white males, bro. White males have been doing it all the rest of the time.
Same thing when we talked
They did
about
it for 800 years. That's
when
why.
when we were talking about the co-ed NHL All-Star game and why that was so cool. I harkened back to a fact that back in the 90s, the Lightning signed a one-day contract with a female goaltender, who debuted in the NHL, and she was the first woman to do that. Now, do I ever think hockey is going to be a co-op sport? No, that's not to say that women are inferior. Just women and men physiologically are built different.
Yes.
So it's a little harder for them to compete because it's a much more physical sport for men than it is for women. Although I've seen some of those chicks get some pretty good licks in.
Dude, Hillary Knight is a fucking monster.
Hillary Knight's an animal, bro. Hillary Knight could absolutely compete at the NHL.
And she's a fucking smoke show.
She is a smoke show. But it would be harder for them to break through. Although I do support the WHL getting more. Not the
I'm
WHL.
sorry. I don't mean to degrade women or anything like that. Hillary Knight is a very attractive person. There we go.
You can say smoke show. It's not
Smoke
derogatory.
shots? Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
We're not objectifying her by calling her a smoke show. We're just saying she's attractive. You could say that.
She's a very attractive person.
I'm sure she's got a wonderful personality.
But Kings fans, if you're listening, and you were one of those people who had to put on there like just be a human line. Listen, bud, it's been white lines for as long as we can tell, since 1941. Since 1941, we haven't had an all black line in professional hockey.
And here's another
That's
thing,
why it's-
Zach.
yeah.
Zach, this is an important note for you to remember that we as hockey fans, before Kings fans, should be absolutely used to being disappointed by our fan base. So just
Yes,
talk another one up on the board and call it a day. Don't
this is
soapbox
true.
about it.
This is true, man. It's very
Yeah.
true. Like in some nose beers, is that what's going on
Well,
here?
that's what I said. Didn't you hear me? I said white lines.
Well, that boys, I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh, okay.
What did
You
you
guys-
drink?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Before you leave, yeah, I had one
I'll
other
actually-
thing.
So I'll give you guys a choice. Do you want the white? Do you want the Alaskan Pale? Or do you want the mead?
We're not doing anything fucking white on this show, okay?
We are going for the golden mead. So what I have for you this week is Vikingers Mjød from Norway.
Jesus.
It is. Let me actually grab a glass. I'll be right back.
God, I can't believe fucking Kopi didn't bury that right there at the end.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so disappointing. I was watching that right now.
Alex I follow had 3 grade A chances this game and didn't fucking bury him. Send him on down the
Disappointing, 'cause
lineup.
he's- It's disappointing.
Send him
'Cause
down
he's usually doing that. So before we finish too,
So,
Adam sent me a thing about Dallas.
Vikingers Mjød is a mead made by Danskmod, which is one of the oldest breweries
Yeah.
in any Nordic country. As opposed to just being a traditional honey wine, which is what mead sold in the US is. This is actual mead. It is essentially Nordic hooch.
Atta
So-
boy.
The way that it's
Nice.
made is they do their typical mash like you would with a hooch, but it's made with local berries, so boysenberries, blackberries, things of that nature. But instead of fermenting with sugar, they ferment with honey.
Ooh.
So it's water and
interesting.
honey, and that's where your fermentation process comes from. So it tastes like candy going in and gasoline going down.
Oh.
Hey,
It has a sick. It has a very.
that's my
wine-
kind of drink
It
though.
has a very wine burn to it. This is one of the stronger meads that they make. This one is 19.5%.
Mhm.
I just poured way too much of this, and now I'm going to regret it instantly. But I just wanted to
Almost
give you guys an
approves.
idea of. So obviously, you guys know what wine looks like. Wine isn't alcohol.
Yeah.
All alcohol is usually semi-transparent. This is not.
That looks like fucking chocolate milk.
Yeah, yeah.
That looks absolutely disgusting.
It is super hazy. Yeah.
He's instantly regretting buying that mead, dude, because I'm
No,
sure that
no, no.
mead was like $25.
It was, but it was worth it because look at the size of this fucking bottle, 750 milliliters.
But the bottle
Oh,
is
yeah.
dope, though. The bottle's dope.
The bottle was dope. So I've drank a lot of mead in my day, or American mead, so honey wine. This is bar none the best mead I have ever had. Not only is this mead made with mash and honey, it is also one of the only true meads that is brewed with hops in it. So
Interesting.
it does have like a very hoppy bitterness to it. I would actually rate this, including all the beers we've had. This is the most delicious thing I've ever drank on this show.
Wow.
Above the Fall of Troy. This is better than Fall of Troy.
Wow.
Wow.
Zach,
Interesting.
or all of you, if you get a chance to go to Total Wine, they actually have like a limited run at Total Wine. They have both the American version, which is the honey wine, and the Nordic version, which is the actual mead.
So
It's
let
like-
me let me hear your grading on this on the Moan scale.
On the Moan scale,
Oh my god.
That's a good
Oh
one.
my god. Okay.
Hey,
You are dismissed, Alex. Have a good night, buddy. I'll go next.
Oh, well, before we do that, Adam said he was typing up something for us on
It's here-
on Dallas
viral.
Stars.
It's here to stay. It is here to stay.
It is, but I'm not going to complain now because you guys are assholes, so you can fuck off.
You and
Adam
Dave.
sent us a long thing about Dallas and his, because we wanted his opinion on who they protect, who gets exposed, all that good stuff. So you said at 4, Dallas protects Sagan, Ben, Radulov, Rupe Hintz, and Giriana for sure. On D, Essa, Klingberg, and Miro will be protected. They have to protect Bishop.
Yeah.
I would assume Pavelski gets protected, but because of age and cap, I can see him being unprotected. If Pavelski is Pavelski is protected, Dallas leaves Faxa or Dickinson unprotected. Faxa is one of the best defensive forwards in the league, and they just locked him up for 5 years. Dickinson is a Swiss Army knife that can fit anywhere in the line and does whatever he can for the team. It would hurt bad not having one of them. At D, the only guy to worry about is Alexiak. He is a UFA, but I could easily see him re-signing. He is the 4th guy, and it would suck losing him. But they have Harley coming up and plenty of depth. Best case scenario, in my opinion, is Dobby gets taken. He is loved by the fans and team, but Ottinger has proven he is ready and has outplayed him so far. Dobby hasn't been bad. Ottinger's just been better. So Ottinger's the younger goalie coming up.
I mean, I disagree with him just because of Ben Bishop's track record with injuries. I think that they
Well, they
want
have to protect him.
Yeah, I know they have to protect him, but
Mhm.
I think you would want to protect
Khudobin.
somebody. Yeah, I just think you would, just because.
Somebody else.
Just so you have
Yeah.
that real starter. Like the for sure is going to be a starter player. I can see that. Yeah.
But I mean, this is all up to interpretation. We have no idea
Yeah.
who's going to be.
And
and
as
who's
we
not
get
gonna be.
closer, I mean, the thing is we're going to get through these divisions in a couple of weeks. And when we get closer and it's the off season and we get to revisit this after all the contracts that are signed, after all the trades, it's going to change. These ideas are going to change as we roll into a different type of, we're looking at this as from today and our thoughts.
Dude, the
from where we
expansion
are.
draft is right after the season, so before UFA even starts.
Yeah, I
Damn.
know, but I mean, there's still maybe some things that happen before them.
Teams
There might-
re-signing people. I get you.
Yeah, exactly. You might have some guy, some teams re-sign guys with,
Mhm.
the ability with NMCs, things like that. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, we're going to get through this. Like I said, we have a couple divisions left, and we'll see how this is. But appreciate the info, Adam.
Yeah.
We wanted your opinion because you're
Of
always
course.
here and give us, good insight. So that's great. But
Agreed.
yeah, now Zach, you can go to what you were going to present us with your drink.
Okay. So I was drinking Hawaii Ghana. This is from Wild Mind Ales. It is a smoothie style sour with pineapple, orange, guava, and milk sugar. Dude, this legit was like orange juice, bro. It was like I was drinking fucking milk juice. Milk juice. It was like I was drinking orange juice, bro. Like it was bomb. Very smooth, really easy to drink. The first drink was a bit sour, but not too bad, a little tart. But then everything after that was amazing. If I'm gonna give it a grade on the Moan Scale, it's gonna be.
All right.
Just, huh?
Huh. We can't hear you, Zach.
We can't hear you, Zach.
No habla. Oh. Do you want to go next, Scott?
Well, right now I'm drinking water.
Oh,
I've already talked
you
about.
drink something. Oh, you.
No, I talked about the Dragon's Milk already. I've mentioned
Okay.
it on the podcast before. I've drank it a lot.
All right.
But
Yeah, he's just drinking the same shit apparently.
hey, guess what, guys? Water kind of delicious. Not gonna lie.
All right. Well, for me, I had actually the same beer that Zach had on the Dungeons and Dummies yesterday. It is it's from Tripping Animals.
Mhm.
Oh
The
yeah,
cra-
dude.
Crazy Blue Raspberry Fanta and Ice Cream Sour Ale.
Hot fire.
This might be the best sour I've ever had.
Hot fucking fire, dude. I had 3 of those this weekend. And my shit was green today.
And it was worth it.
Is
Yes, it
that
was.
genuinely what caused it, though?
Yeah, dude. Like purple
sure you
dye.
know
but
what,
like,
It pours blue.
No. Oh,
Yeah, it's straight blue. Like that's what I'm
It's
saying, dude.
blue.
Like purple. If you drink a lot of grape Kool-Aid, it makes your poop green because the dye that's in there, the way that it interacts inside your gut, turns your poop green.
Hmm.
All the blue turned my poop green. I was like, bro, I was wiping my ass today, and I was like, holy shit. Or I looked down in there, and I was like, holy shit, I'm like 12 years old again, dude. This is wild. I haven't had green shit in years.
Viral, so your poop isn't always green.
My poop is actually always black, like my soul. It's because I have internal bleeding.
a lot of blueberries. Oh yeah, internal
So,
bleeding.
so this sour ale is with blue raspberry, strawberry, vanilla, and milk sugar. Dude,
All right.
yes.
So before you say that,
Okay,
the
wait a
colored
minute.
ketchup. I remember when Shrek first came out,
Oh
put out
shit,
a-
that's right.
they put out the green ketchup, and I remember eating the green ketchup, and it makes me break out in hives. It's the green dye. Green dye makes me break out in hives.
Oh shit!
Damn,
Uh,
that's crazy. Actually,
I remember that
I
shit.
wonder
Dude.
if
I
there's
just used to poop funny colors.
I used to put the ketchup on my eggs, and I remember my mom got she's like,
Uh,
"It's funny. It's green. It's so
green
different."
eggs and ham.
And then I remember I ate it, dude, and like I just like my arms just like broke out in hives and stuff. I was like, "Thanks, mom."
I know why
mean,
Viral
hell
asked
no.
this too, because we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. He said when he used to eat that ketchup, it would
Uh-huh.
turn his poop whatever color it was.
Rad. I love it.
Weird.
I love different colored poops. You guys ever had those
Hey.
poops where it's like a log, right? But it has different colors, like all throughout the log. It looks like a rainbow
Like-
pole.
Dark dark brown, and then like a light brown.
And
Hey,
then like
shout out
green.
to
little
America,
bit
by
of
the way.
green.
Shit like that only happens in America, where you just get like food coloring that changes the color of your shit.
Well, that's
Exactly.
well. I mean, that's also because the rest of the world shits into holes in the ground, dude. Like we actually
Very
shit in the toilets and we can look at it before we flush it.
Big fact.
Not our fault, bro.
By the way,
That's-
hey, everyone here, PSA: invest in a bidet, please.
Ooh.
Invest. in a bidet.
That's what I've heard.
A lot of men will say, "I don't want nothing shooting into my butthole, bro."
It's a life
is-
changing.
It is the
Isn't it?
bee's knees, bros. It is the bee's knees. And if you don't invest in a bidet, at least invest into like one of those like shower heads that you could detach and like put it down there and
And
wash your
spray
ass
it.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Or just take a shower right after you shit. Same concept. That's what I
It's
do
way better.
sometimes. I just don't even wipe my ass. Just hop in the shower and get it all out of there.
Put it on the jet stream.
It's the best
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best shower. You feel really clean. But yeah, I will. So I guess I got
That shit was awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking fire.
All right, how's this gonna go?
Don't look at him. Nobody look at him.
I love it. I love it.
That was fantastic. Definitely the best sour I've ever had, though. I
Yeah,
will
it was
say that.
awesome. How was
Great.
the other tripping animals that you got? The one with the bat on it? Because I have that.
Dude, every tripping animals I've had, it's so good. Their IPAs are so good. Their hazies are not overly juicy. I haven't had a bad thing from tripping animals yet. I actually had another sour earlier. That was also. I think I posted it on What's on Tap.
Oh,
It
okay.
was there was another sour, but this is the one that I wanted for the podcast because I heard it was fantastic from you and somebody else too.
So how was your mother's milk, Scott?
Dragon's milk. I mean, I've talked about it like 3 times now on the podcast. It's just good. It's
Well,
my go-to now.
But Viral wants to have water.
He wants the
on moan
water.
scale.
He wants the water moan scale. Listen, water. It's nice. It's subtle. It's honestly the best thing that you could have. So I'm just gonna give it a solid.
Oh my god.
I love
Um,
it.
So if you
nice
haven't
fight.
yet, make sure to follow us on all the socials down here. You can follow us on those shits.
Yeah, do
I can't figure it out.
It's over this way. I mean that way.
Hmm?
Yeah, down. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Down. Yeah, there you go. Also, you can find me and Daniel on the hockey Neutral Zone Hockey League media show this upcoming Wednesday. We'll be doing our season recap, or not season, our weekly recap on Wednesday. You can also find me and Dave on the Zach and Dave Make a Podcast show. You can also find me, Alex, and Dave on the Dungeons and Dummies, which we'll be recording on Sunday. So you can find us on doing lots and lots of shit, all presented to you by In the Neutral Zone.
Yeah.
And we like making you guys laugh and have a fun time.
Oh yeah, man, that's what it's all about. But you know what they say, boys?
We do. We do know what they say.
You know what they say about variety?
It's a spice of life.
With that being said...
With that being said...
With that being said.